Hello my crafty friends, this is Mary. Welcome back to Cardz TV. Today we're going to make a masculine birthday card for a young man in my family. He's got a birthday coming up this month and I wanted to use something a little bit different. So I was looking through the Everyday Pop-Up Cards manual and I found a shaped card that I liked a lot. So we're going to use Everyday Pop-Up Cards. And one of my favorites, Crocs rule. I think this is perfect for lots of different occasions, but I especially like it because of the little crocodile. Because this special young man likes dinosaurs and all kinds of little monsters and transformers and all those things that boys like. So I think he'll like this card. Now, we're going to be using two of my Cardz TV stamp sets. We're going to use Fun in the Sun, and we're going to do the inside of the card as well. So we're going to use Made in the Shade and You're Something Special from the Fun in the Sun set. And then, of course, because it's a birthday card, from the Make-A-Wish set, we're going to use Happy Birthday. Now, here is the shaped card that I found in the Everyday Pop-Up Cards, and I just love this. It's just a very unique shape, and I have taken some Tim Holtz tea-dye distress ink and went along this edge just to define it a little bit more, but I think it's going to make a really cute card. And you'll find this card on page 26. There it is right there, and you can cut this out of an 8.5 by 11 or a half a sheet of 12 by 12. It doesn't take a very big piece of cardstock, but I've used this really pretty green, and I cut this at 5 1/4 inches, and it makes a card that is, let's see, 4 inches wide and 5 and about 1/4 inches tall. So it'll fit perfectly in an A2 sized envelope. Now for the front mats, because it is curved, I have to cut my mats a little bit smaller. So I've got this dark craft colored cardstock that's going on first, and this cardstock is 3 1/4 by 5. Then on top of that, this is from Pink Paisley, and it's all these little suns on there. I love that, and I thought it was perfect for this card. And this is 3 inches by 4 1/8, and this is going to make the background for the crocodile. And I took the Cardz TV stamp, and I didn't have room for it at the bottom or the top, and I thought, well, this will be perfect. I just ran it up the side. And there you can see I've stamped it with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. So I'm going to take my glue runner and get this put on, and we'll come back and I'll show you the crocodile. He is so cute. Here's our card base all ready for the crocodile. And here he is. I think he's so cute. He's leaning back against a tree in the shade, just relaxing and staying cool. And I love the fact that the shape of this card just draws your eye to the crocodile in the tree, and the crocodile in the tree draws your eye to the shape of the card. I think it's just perfect together. Now, let me show you where you'll find that in the Crocs Rule manual. You've got your first column, and this one is in the second column, and it's the second image or second cut right there. And I cut all of the different parts except for the third, which is his little white teeth, and they were so minuscule. The Cricut blade barely moved at all, so I didn't cut those. But I cut the background out of the dark craft paper. Then I cut the second layer out of some darker brown, and then the last layer, which is your crocodile and the top of the tree, I didn't use my gypsy, so I cut it twice because I wanted the dark green for the tree and the lighter green for the crocodile. Super simple. And I cut that at 4 1/4 inches, and I've run my crocodile through this Cuttlebug folder, and I cannot remember the name of this one. And I'm sure you guys probably know what it is. But instead of putting my image in and running it through with the Cuttlebug name up, I flipped it over, because if you have it flipped up, your little bubbles on here will be indented, and I wanted them popped up so it looks more like crocodile skin. So you can either turn your image over when you emboss it and leave the folder this way, or just turn your folder over if you want that look of crocodile skin, which I did. But I've got him on 2 thicknesses of foam tape, and I'm going to put him on right there. And of course we've got to add a couple of buttons, because I think it just pulls everything together. Just to have another little dash of black with the tiny little black buttons. These are from Favorite Findings, and I get these at Joann's, but I think you could probably find them at Michael's or somewhere else. And that's the front of our card. Now we're going to do the inside as well. So I'm going to get all this stuck down, and then we're going to do the inside. And I think it's going to be just as cute as the front. Here's the front of our card all done. I think it turned out really cute. Now for the inside, I wanted to cover all of the inside so that when it's closed, you can see the yellow paper with the suns right there as well. So for my inside mat, I cut this at 4 inches by 5 5/16, so it would cover the whole inside. It is a little bit narrower right here because I wanted to allow for the fold of the card. But that's 4 inches by 5 5/16, and I've inked around this as well as all the other papers with the Tim Holtz Tea Dye Distress ink. So I'm going to get this adhered, and then for the sentiment, I used another piece of the craft paper, and I used Make-A-Wish for the Happy Birthday stamp, and You're Something Special for from the Fun in the Sunset. And then I found another little tree in the Everyday Pop-Up Cards, and I'm going to add that right down here. Now let me show you where I found that. That little tree is on page 34. So we'll just flip over to page 34. There it is right there, and it's just 2 simple cuts. You cut the background out of green, and then your trunk is out of brown. And I cut that tree at 1 3/4 inches. And just adhered that together. And we're going to put all this on with my glue runner. Put that little tree right there. And then that leaves me room to write the rest of my sentiment. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuck down, and we'll come back and take a look at the finished card. Here's our finished masculine birthday card. I think it turned out super cute, and I'm pretty sure the young man that's going to get it is going to like it. And I love the fact that the crocodile is embossed and it looks like real crocodile skin. And here's the finished inside. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much for coming by today. So I'll see you again soon. Bye now.